Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to let everyone know that I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a spiritual master or an expert of any kind. I'm just a country pumpkin sharing his theoretical perspective for entertainment purpose only. And the topic for entertainment today is practicing beliefs and begging for alms. Just in case anybody doesn't know, this topic is related to Buddhism, because begging for alms is one way to practice the teachings of Buddha. Begging for alms, not arms. Or you can beg for arm as well. Alms. The action by itself for a personal experience of trying to overcome our ego, trying to overcome our weaknesses in itself is no problem. But when that action is combined with being associated with an organization like and a religion like Buddhism, it become a bigger problem. It become a problem to supporting an organization that's parasitic, and that action is being used by the media to corral people into religion, into giving away the power, into spreading propagandas and all the other things. It also come down with the problem I have with begging for arms or alms is people now are doing it more for because begging for alms is come loaded with things. It's just not an I just want to experience practice or the teachings of Buddha. It's loaded with so many things, just like the word spirituality right now, or tâm linh in Vietnamese is loaded with meaning. The word spirituality is less loaded than the word used in Vietnamese. So with Buddhism and going around and begging for alms on a personal level, no problem. But when they do it, like there are many options. I'm not dictating people how they should go around begging for alms, but I'm just suggesting other ways of doing it in modern times that involve understanding the teachings, or not the teachings, but that's he wasn't teaching that. That was just some make up story to fit some agenda. But let's say it's real. Let's say Buddha actually go beg for alms. Fine. There are two type of people. You regurgitate, you memorize, or you understand. When you understand, you practice, you implement, you embody it according accordingly. So what I was trying to express is for people right now in Vietnam, especially with one gentleman, Minh Tuệ, go begging for alms instead of going from south to north and create a bunch of superstitious and ignorant people going kowtow, uh, supporting and polishing the Buddhism and trying to make it look good to fix the existing problems and the discontent that people have with it. And at the same time, it shows it lose the integration of being with one with society, of haughty behavior, of arrogance and all that stuff. Instead of walking endlessly or meandering around, they can do things more meaningful in life, which Vietnamese people look as mất thân phận. It's degrading. They can go join organization to pick up trash, to clean the rivers, the environment. They can help plant trees. They can go to an elder's place and help feed the elders and support the elders, or go to the orphanage and educate and share with the kids your life experiences, or your experience you have so far, or your perspective. There are a million and one ways of doing things that add meanings to it and give you an opportunity to interact. Because when you're begging for alms, is you trying to create a situation in life to embody, to practice your belief. You're trying to create a situation that life naturally already provided for you, but you think you know better. You shave your head. Well, I shave my head just because to save money, not just to go beg for alms. Just to clarify, life gave us, created so many situations for us already. We don't need to shave our head to go to the monastery, to go to the temple, uh, then go back out and trying to create the situation again through begging of alms so that we can actually practice what we understand and we know what was already given to us. But we can expand upon that and create more situation interaction and actually create meaningful things and add and solve problems right now with society or assist by doing things I just mentioned earlier. And the gentleman mentor, he said he went to exercise as part of it. Sure, you can exercise while picking up trash, planting trees, and working all day, supporting elders and kids and people with disabilities, many options to choose from. Then in between that or at the end of the day, you can go begging for alms or you like to continue with that practice. No problem. That's just another way of doing things now that add meaning, value, instead of trying to justify your actions. Or I'm following Buddha teachings at the same time giving those people, acting you mighty, and you're giving people the opportunity to show the compassion. I'm sorry, but in this 21st century, people don't lack opportunity to show compassions, to teach people compassion. There are so many things, so many opportunities around that. We don't need a parasitic organization to create more problem, more burden to society. If that people want to show passion, they can take their food and go give it to the homeless instead of giving to a monk who's nice and healthy and can support himself. Now he become a burden to society, but justifying it by, oh, I'm trying to teach people compassion, give them an opportunity to practice compassion, an opportunity to cultivate, blah, blah, blah. What they're trying to do is trying to overcome themselves and face the shadow by relying on those people. They should be thankful for us, not we be thankful for them. And that justifying, oh, what they're doing is a big deal for society, huge, to justify their existence, to their organization, to be more like, to be more specific, to make it look less parasitic. And back to the part of practicing beliefs, what I call is sharing our creativity, our passion, our drive with everyone, with the world. Through sharing that creativity, that passion that we have, we will embody our beliefs. We add to what already available. In Vietnamese, it's called Han Dao. Han Dao, practicing belief doesn't mean you practice a religious belief like in the way the teachings of Buddha. Han Dao, or practicing your beliefs, also means sharing your love. And that love is expressed through our creativity, what we want to contribute to society, whether that is sharing natural farming, sharing homeschooling, sharing different ways of doing things, giving people another option, alternative path to follow, providing solutions through our creativity, through our passion, to satisfy our soul, and also at the same time, raising the frequency of this planet up in a realistic, practical way. Not sharing ideology, sharing way to escape life, but to face life, deal with life, to be in the present moment, and fix and deal and accept what is in front of us. Instead of practicing escapism, where, oh, heaven is better, the future is better, I'm doing this for the future, but what about now? If there is no now, there is no future, there is no tomorrow. So that is a 21st century way of practicing beliefs, practicing your way of life by contributing through our passion and creativity, and that is our unconditional love manifested in physical form. I am sharing this, especially in the Vietnamese version, to open people's eyes up to the fallacy of Buddhism, of religion. Life itself already create those learning situations for us. We don't need to segregate ourselves. If that is short-term retreat, that is fine, but not to support a parasitic organization, a middleman that we don't need. We are source itself. We are always and has always been connected. We don't need a middleman to translate, to provide a connection for us, which we already have. And to awaken people, to open their eyes, to see that the blind, the deaf, the mute is leading the blind, the deaf, the mute. A blind man leading a blind man. I want the people to see the fallacy of those Buddhist teachings, how they are used only to control, to manipulate, and to leech the energy up from people, but not actually ideologies or ideas or mechanics or essential mechanics people can actually use to overcome themselves and reach a certain level of understanding and enlightenment. And what more obviously, or not obviously, want the people to understand that Buddhism, religion, does not represent the only path to experience spirituality. That is not exclusively to religion, to Buddhism. Spirituality is available for anyone. Religion is just one way, one small way to experience spirituality, to walk the way, to understand its translation is just a translation of one person or one organization. Don't make it like it's the only interpretation of spirituality. The only way to walk, the only way to be spiritual is to be a Buddhist. So I hope one day people realize that to be spiritual is just to be yourself. you cannot be no other way than being spiritual because you are spirit having a physical experience. Thank you.